Hello everyone. My name is Kay. I was born and raised in the Philippines. I grew up from a low income earners that has no idea how money works. I started to learn more about saving and investing during my college days, but I did not start right away. I can say that I'm earning enough now and I want to build a healthier spending habits and slow track towards my goal. I started this YouTube channel to learn more about finance and share my journey. So, for today's video, I want to share with you how my spending went for my February budget. But before that, join me how I set up my February budget while sharing how to create your monthly spending plan that supports your lifestyle and dreams. First is identify your financial goals. It's easy to save money and build wealth when you have a goal to work towards. Do you want to save at least 20% of your income, pay off some debt, or set aside 60,000 pesos in a year for your dream home? Second is list your income. On a paper or spreadsheet, write down how much money you're expecting to receive. If you don't make a regular paycheck, be conservative about the amount you're expecting to make this month. Once we say conservative means it's the least amount that you expect to receive. Number 3, put money towards your goals first. This is so important. The only way to start working towards your financial goals is by putting away money towards what matters to you most first, like paying off your debt, saving for a home, going on a vacation, or saving for college. Next is set aside the rest towards your other expenses. Budget the rest of your money towards your expenses, like gas, groceries, dining out, shopping. Cut any unnecessary spending and put away money to what truly matters to you. And then the last, track your spending throughout the month. Stay aligned with your spending plan by checking your budget on a daily or weekly basis and recording what you spent on. Handling your finances doesn't have to be stressful. Learn to use money to help support the life you want and thrive. So that's it. Now let's look on our February budget. So I tried to track my expenses for the month of February, and I also have my budget. So for February, I have the income. Of course, I list my income and then variable expenses. Variable expenses are the expenses that varies from time to time depending on your consumption or depending on your needs. So here I have the angels, that's for my angels. My budget for my angels, so 1,200. And then for the internet, we have 1,700. And then for the electricity, we have 2,500. And then for the water, we have 500. Groceries, 10,000. Fuel, 1,000. Fare, 2,240. Dog food, 500. Then for the gas, we have 370. Then load is 350. For the self-care, we have 800. For the clothes and shoes, we have 500. Dining out, we have 1,000. And then on the next column, we have the fixed expenses. That's for the tithe. Tithe is what I set aside for the donation, church donation. So that's 4,000 pesos. Then life insurance, 2,700. And another life insurance that's 2,500. So why do I have two life insurance? Because the other one is mainly for life insurance, but the other one is focused more on like investing. Um, yeah, that's it. So I will just add up everything for the variable expenses. Okay, we have a total of 26,600. Sorry, that's 22,660. And then for the fixed expenses, we got 9,200. So I will deduct all the variable expenses and fixed expenses from my total income. So that will give me 33,122.46 savings. But that doesn't mean that it will go solely for the savings, because I have a number of sinking funds. For the sinking funds, I will show to you maybe the next few videos. So yeah, we will share. I will share you my journey about that. So I think that's it. Then I'll just transfer to set up my actual expenses because it's quite late now. So yeah. So for my actual expenses, I will track my everyday expenses and I will write it down here. So it will be more visible for me how much I spend for that, let's say for that category, let's say for dining out or for self-care. So I will know if I overspend for that month, or I can assess if I need to um, make adjustments for my budget. So I think we shouldn't be really that strict as to budgeting, because we still have to enjoy what we earn. Because remember, we earn money because you know, to enjoy the fruits of it. So, but of course, in moderation. So I'm just adding up everything. But this is just the initial amounts. I think I did this last February 20. Yeah, so now I'm checking if I have what's my actual expense for dining out. So yeah, it's really a struggle to track your expenses every day, but this time I really want to do it. I really want to track my expenses because I wanted really to be serious about this because most of the time at the end of the year I was always asking where did my money go? I was like, oh, I was earning like this, but why is it my bank account is not doesn't change? It has changes, it's still the same. So yeah, that's why I really wanted to track my expenses and do budgeting, and of course to fully know, like, to also enjoy the money that I have, because I got to a lot some to my short-term goals like vacation, like birthdays or gifts like that. So it's really nice that I was able to track down my expenses now. So now what I'm going to do is I will compare my budget versus my actual expenses. Because for me, I think that's the most effective way if we overspend or we stayed on the budget. So yeah, and from here, I would be able to know where did I spend much or spend less. And I was also able to identify, like, oh, I have to set aside budget for this. Like, I have my tire replacement because my tire got worn out already. But before that happens, it was ano siya ng gulong. I mean, karoon siya ng pako, no? So, I noticed when I was going home from the office, flat yung gulong ko. So, I went to Petron to change the tire. And then, on the next day, um, dapat sabi ko, yung aayusin lang siya, yung gulong, but I still use that gulong. Pero, sabi ng talyer, I have to replace it kasi medyo manipis na yung gulong. So, yeah. So, naggumastos tayo biglaan. So, wala siya actually sa budget ko. But, yeah. I have to because kailangan. So, yun yung mga bagay. That's really the thing that I wanted to know. And I want to set a budget for that. So, just in case I need an emergency fund for that. I have something, I mean, I have, I have money or I have the fund. Or like, minsan, biglaan, 'di ba? Your friend will call you and ask if you will be a ninang to their daughter or their sons. So sometimes it's hard to say no because you know that they are your friends. And of course, di mawawala yung gifts. So yeah, isa din yun. So I need to set a budget for that, mga biglaan. So maybe I would just set up a miscellaneous expense for that. So yeah. So yeah, going back to our video, we have already set up the actual expenses, and then now I'm just finalizing the amount. We have self-care, so there are adjustments to that. So I also add up 700. I know I also add some for the toll, and then now for the fuel, and then for the transpo, dining out, I really overspend for the dining out because most of the time when we go out or do some groceries, we eat out, or after church, we eat out. So yeah, because that's the only time we have uh bonding together with, of course, with your family. And of course, because who don't love food, right? It's very rewarding. So yeah, so we have the fuel, adjustment to fuel for the groceries. So what I'm doing here is um I have the budget column and the expense column, and the difference between that is the our identifier if we overspend or underspend that category. So here we have an overspending of 471 for the fuel. We also have overspending of 1,903 for the self-care. And then, well, of course, one of the reasons why we earn money is to take care of ourselves, right? So why not? Why not buy those skincare product, or you know, I will check what did I bought for the skincare. I mean for the self-care. Ah, yeah, so that's more in makeup, more in cosmetics. So I had my caution because I really want that Korean foundation. And then I also had eyeliner, uh, brow liner, I mean, because Tila is life. And then I have um, for the crayon, eye crayon. It's like an eyeshadow, and then brush tip pen liner for the eyes also. So yeah, most of my makeups are for the eyes. And of course my lipstick, BLK lipstick. Yes. So yeah. So why did I bought it ang sabay-sabay? Well, kasi nawala yung aking buong bag last December. Hindi ko pa ikikwento ngayon why. Pero yon nawala yung buong bag ko. Kaya nawalan ako ng makeup. So I need to buy full set of makeups. So yeah, I think we're almost done. Here, I have a loan of 9,897 for my online class. That's like self-improvement, like learning a new skill. So yeah, so I treated that as a loan because I will pay that in 8 months. So yeah, I think that's it. And we're down to the final and to wrap it up for today's video. So we have the budget versus expenses. So here uh I will be able to know where did I overspend. So we have the fuel. I overspent 471 pesos. Then for the self-care, 1,903. For the dining out, 2,043 pesos. So if you notice, there is a division between the upper category and the lower category. On the upper category, those are the expenses that I was able to set up the budget, and those on the lower category are the expenses which I failed to set up a budget. So okay, so moving forward, we have the business. So I actually set aside a 5,000 pesos for the budget for the business, but as to the expenses, I haven't set up yet. Or maybe should I include it on the upper category because I have already fund for that. And yeah, I think I should do that. Okay, so moving forward, we have food orders. So um I overspent 1,859. Then for the car renewal, registration renewal, I overspent 5,190 because I I got a penalty of 800 for late registration because nawalan ako talaga ng time. So yan. Next is the gifts. And by the way, hindi rin ako nakapag-set up for the car registration. Kaya no budget ako for that. And then for the gifts, I have 2,299 pesos. Then tire replacement, which ito yung nakwento ko kanina, 2,000 pesos. Then for the toll, also hindi ko rin na-set up, 676 pesos. Then for the parking, 5,575 pesos. For a total of 13,287.50 55. So yeah, I think that's it. And what I'm going to do on the next month's budget, which is March, I will add categories for food order. I will add more for food orders. I think it is realistic if I budget 3,000 for food orders, and then set up car registration renewal, of course, and then miscellaneous expense for the gifts. For the tire replacement, I need to add maybe 500 each month for the car maintenance, and then set up toll and parking expenses. Parking toll and parking budget. So yeah, I think that's it. And thank you so much for joining me in my video. And I hope to see you again next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.